I've used this approach in hundreds of cases, especially for myself. I've gotten 60 of the Fortune 500 as clients through the pig-headed determination I'm recommending for you. And to tell you the truth, most of them were not that difficult to get. The point is that massive and diligent follow-up can penetrate just about any company if you are determined. One of the hardest of all was Jay Abraham, author of Getting Everything You Can Out of All You've Got. I have training programs for business owners, and he has a large database of business owners that buy his training programs. I decided that I wanted to partner with him to mutually co-market to his and my list. I hit this guy with a phone call or a letter every other week for 2 solid years. Finally, after 2 years, Jay's then business manager called me up and invited me to have lunch with Jay. I flew to Los Angeles and had lunch with Jay, and the game was afoot. I've estimated that the first lunch with Jay has easily been worth over $15 million to me over the years. Jay became an extraordinary partner who not only made me a ton of money, but also taught me a great deal about thinking outside of the box. So it took my father 2 years to get Jay Abraham as a client, and I just love how this generational thing is happening here. So my father went after him, then they worked together for several years, and since my father has passed, me and Jay have kept in contact, as well as his daughter, Michelle. And I was looking at my board behind me where I have some of my dream affiliates of people that I want to do business with for my book launch coming up. And one of them was Jay Abraham. And I think it's really critical to recognize how you can win a dream prospect or dream affiliate. One cool way is to get somebody that is the most influential in the space, and when they say yes, or you work with that one, then everyone else, it's so much easier for everyone else to say yes. So Russell Brunson, who's the co-founder of ClickFunnels, they grew from 0 to 100 million in 4 years. It was an insane growth spurt, and without any backing, any financial backing, they did it just bootstrapped. And I went up to him at one of his recent events and I asked him if he'd be open to speaking at my book launch party. And not only did he say yes, but he invited me to come to ClickFunnels headquarters and invite everybody there so that we could share the book launch from ClickFunnels headquarters. So it was such a great win. Then, because I got that influencer in the space that everyone wants to be a part of, this brilliant entrepreneur, it was so much easier to come to Jay and say, hey, Jay, Russell is hosting our book launch event. It would be so wonderful to honor the relationship that you had with my father and have you come and speak for my book launch party. Would you be interested? And it was an easy yes, which was lovely. So when thinking about your next Dream 100 effort, think, who is the leader in the space that if I win that one person, everyone else will follow? And so it doesn't have to be, oh my gosh, the dauntingness of getting 100. It could just be the one that leads the way. Make sure you got your new edition of the Ultimate Sales Machine, because if you bought it from ultimatesalesmachine.com, you get a ticket to our virtual launch party. And it would be wonderful to have you zooming in to be a part of this with a couple of other big speakers that I have on the docket. I won't share them all. Jeffrey Hazlett's another one, the ex-CMO of Kodak, who has now grown C-Suite Network. So Jay, Russell, Jeffrey, myself, and a couple others that I won't share just yet. We're still confirming, but would love to see you there. UltimateSalesMachine.com. Get your copy or copies, and we'll see you at the launch party in October.